Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. You can be part of the program. Yes, you can. And I love it when you get involved. Talk to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. Don't forget to tell us where you are sending the message from and where you're watching us from, because it gets interesting that way. Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. Let's talk about that NFF Awards that will be done next week, Monday, in Lagos. Alfred, let me come to you. You heard the chairman. They want to honor our legends, particularly the class of '94.
I like the idea of these awards. I was at the event last year. I thought it was awesome. It was good. But if you want to, in terms of honoring the class of '94, yes, for some of us who were in the university when that team evolved, and some of us thought that was the beginning of the best things to happen to Nigerian football. It's nice to know that at least they're starting somewhere. The last year it was the team that won the first the football event 1975 when Nigeria hosted the All-Africa second All-African Games. That was the team that was honored this time around. So if anybody has any issues about that set, just relax. Perhaps next year, it might be your turn. But I think I like the idea of people getting recognition, people getting honored. There are names that you will be mentioned, and people ask, did he play football? Or the offspring of these guys, who would have heard from people, but maybe their parents not even telling them how much involved they were in football. And they just look around. This is not my dad I see every day. And people just eulogize, tell you what these guys have done. I mean, for some families, it will not only make them feel proud of what their parents have done.
Some people don't even know.
Some people don't even know what these guys put into this game, because it just gave the country, gave some of us believe this is the world stage. This is the first Africa. This is the first time this. The most populous nation on the continent is going to the World Cup. We brought a different swag to the World Cup. I mean, whether you like it or not, that 94 set brought a different swag.
About fifth in the world at that time. Beautiful.
We just, let me tell you a story. I was watching, I think it was Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire. I came all the way from Calabar to Lagos to see that game. I mean, apparently they thought maybe in Calabar was not where I actually came to see the game in Lagos. And I got to the National Stadium. 7:30 in the morning, the place was packed. This was a game scheduled for 4 p.m.
Look at that.
And we sat there in the sun. First half, it was Thompson, Oliha, and Daniel Dibula Mokachi, 2-1 in favor of Agbodi Byron was in goal. You know what the guy is sitting by my side? He said, well, Nigeria 2-1. That means Yekini will score 2 today. It will be 4.
I know.
The game ended 4. And Rashid Yekini's got both goals in the second half. I mean, it just shows you the belief. At that point, we were untouchable when it comes to play.
I agree with you. Promise, that was even the era when if Nigeria is playing, let's say Mozambique, you don't bother.
You just
ask somebody.
It's going to be a whitewash.
What's the score?
I'd love to clear something before you ask me what you want to ask me. Alfred was talking about the fact that some of us were in universities. At that time, I didn't even start secondary school. But I think it was great. I had a father who loved football so much. So he kept analyzing the players one after the other. And that's how I got to know the likes of Stephen Keshi.
Wow.
Read about them when we grew up. I think it's good to see them being honored at this point. Though Keshi is late, but you still have the likes of Amokachi, some people who had great things with the Super Eagles at that point. It's good to honor them now. Now, for me, I think the moral lesson in this is that some of the young stars that are upcoming will know that someday that something similar will be done with respect to them. I think it's a good one. I really appreciate this.
I agree. And you can see it from different angles. God bless their souls. We've lost Stephen Keshi. We've lost Thompson Olia. Uche Okafor is no longer here. Rashidi Yekini. So it's an opportunity for persons to, to respect them again for what they did for this country. And we still have quite a number still around, and say, look, aside that we're recognizing you, you can also be part of football development in this country.
And it's good. I think if you want to, because some of us, that 94 set was like a crystallization of some great footballers that we've had that period. The likes of Akin Akishayinde. I watched Nigeria versus Uganda. Keshi, Siasia captain that Akin Akishayinde, the likes of Patrick Pascal, Isaac Semitoje. the Delta State FA, Edema Fuludu. We're all part of that group. It's just that at the end of the day, these
too much talent.
These ones were taken to the World Cup.
Too much talent.
But these are the guys you look at, and they were all part of. Abdul Sule, the present Kogi United, played. He played Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire National Stadium from Stores. He played for that team. He was subbed in the first half or so. The same Abdul Sule that people will not look at, maybe Kogi United, okay, were you part of that? He was part of that group of players. So there are so many of them, around our fringes that I think when you want to.
I know.
I think in addition to this, like my friend, I talked to a couple of friends some days ago on this very issue, and we agreed that maybe, just maybe, some of these guys can be made football ambassadors to really save us motivation.
We must engage them.
Yeah, to the young up and upcoming talents.
Let me take you from there, Promise, and Alfred, you agree with me. The class of '94 has also done well with football administration. Finit the Judge at some point was sporting director at Real Betis. Look at Amunike has just qualified Tanzania for the Cup of Nations that they haven't gone to in about 39 years, which is beautiful. Daniel Amokachi is also, before Keshi left us, we know what he was doing with coaching. Samson Siasia, Benny Roa, fantastic. They are awesome. They are awesome. So I agree the NFF should sit down and like this recognition and say, guys, come.
Let's work together.
Let's see what we can do. I agree with you on that. So I will continue to monitor the NFF awards. Shout out to the organizers. For me, I'm looking forward to the developmental angle of that award because there's also motivation for grassroots football development. And, we're fully involved with the Channels International Kids Cup. And we're getting ready for season 11. So schools start getting ready for us. We'll still throw out applications for the Lagos preliminary. So once that portal is open, you go online, you register, and then you know that we are ready. Let
me quickly ask you. I said when I see you, I'm going to ask you this.
Tell me.
When are we having the prelims in Akwa Ibom and Cross River and the River State and the rest?
Baby steps. Come on. This thing started as a competition in Lagos, and now it is international. We have schools from Benin Republic and Ghana. And we might even add one more country in Africa, but we work with Subeb.
Absolutely.
We work with Subeb, and there's Subeb in Akwa Ibom State, so that can monitor for us. There's Subeb in Edo, there's Subeb in all of the states, so we cannot be everywhere. But the time will come, it will be that big that we will play qualifiers nationwide.
All the states, all the federations.
We're not scared to dream. We're not scared to dream.
Of football.
So I'm so happy that the revolution for grassroots football is here, and how best can you have it? It's on television. It's being televised. So we cannot stop. We want to do more, and we'll keep doing more. Let's get on with the show. I'll let you know that it's now 70 days. 70 more days. So in case you say, oh, the World Cup is still far. No, 70 more days to the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. And that's really big for us in this part of the world because we love our darling Super Falcons. They are undisputed African champions, but we want them to take it a step further. And that's why the Nigeria Football Federation, they've said that this team, they will do all they can for them to prepare properly for the World Cup. The Super Falcons, they have moved one spot. FIFA said just one spot. Well, okay with it. They're now 38 in the latest FIFA Women's World Rankings. Thomas Dennerby's team dropped one place to 39th in December, despite winning the African Women's Cup of Nations in Ghana. FIFA. We won Cup of Nations. You said drop. Okay, they've taken us to 38 now. However, an impressive run of 3 wins in 6 international friendlies in 2019 has lifted the team to 38 in the world and still #1, of course, undisputed champions in Africa. Alfred, once again, the importance of playing friendlies. If they were idle, maybe FIFA will say, oh, give them 45.
No, but it's nice to know that it started after the African Women's Nations Cup. They went to China, came back. They've since been to the Invitational Tournament in Cyprus, and you could say that given the way the girls have, there are significant, improvements in the output. We just have to sustain whatever gains there are presently. Players from the local front, at least released the other day of the people that Dennerby will work with. Hopefully, we hope that these girls will come out well because the investment, I must commend the Nigerian Football Federation for the investment on preparation for these girls. And that is what we've been hammering on for a while now. Give these girls adequate preparation so that they stand a chance of competing, and so to that extent, I think they've done well. It's now goes on the girls to really pay back this confidence. It might not just be going to the World Cup to win it. We know that.
So there's a way you compete at a competition, even when you don't win.
Even if we don't win, we know that, okay, I mean, you left it all on the pitch. You did your very best, and, I mean, you get the reward for what you did. So that's our expectation of the girls. Thank God some young talent. It's a mixture of both the old and the new. I told you of the progress from 2010. We have like 6, 7, 8 players of that team that played the African Women's Championship in 2010. Still members of this team, and they are doing very well. They bring that stability, that experience to the team, and the young girls like Chinwe Ihezu, part of the under-19 developmental program that have now started playing for the Super Falcons. So it's a mixture of both parties. We hope that they will acquit themselves when they go to the World Cup.
Right. I like the word you use, payback for what has been given to them. So the NFF has said they will also go to Australia. They will use the same facilities that the Super Eagles used. Now they know that we are watching and listening closely. When they say they will do something, we remind the NFF. And they will also go to a waffle tournament. So Promise, all of these, you think it will really help as they prepare for the World Cup?
I think they've never had it this better. I think it's going to put them in the right perspective. And looking at this team, fine, the team is doing well, but I was worried with the coach. When he came on board, he actually struggled, and a lot of Nigerians criticized. They said, why should this man be here? Let's get a local coach to get the job done. It's always been the local coaches, Ntia Refium and the rest of them. Let's bring them back. But I think it's really paid back, and it's really given back to the NFF based on the confidence they reposed in him. I'm satisfied with what he's doing so far. The list of the players that is released to train preliminary in the country before they team up with the rest of the guys that are outside Nigeria to prepare for the World Cup. Yeah. Let's just hope that what the NFF is doing will get them properly prepared for the World Cup. Yeah. And I think it's worth commending. And we must say at this point, what was done for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, same being done to the Falcons, we will see the results at the end of the day.
We will, hopefully, we will see the results. For the latest FIFA rankings for women, the top 4 African teams stayed unchanged, with Cameroon, South Africa, and Ghana occupying 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions, although South Africa dropped to 49th in the world after failing to secure a win in 6 games since January. So they just see the Super Falcons and they just, after that, they're not winning. But it's okay. That's the update for the Women's World Cup. 70 more days to go. We're still counting down. Let's get on with the show now. Talk about match day 13 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Let me run through Group A fixtures, and then we'll talk about MFM and the magic they are giving us this season. MFM will take on Aimba. What a cracker of a match that one will be. We cannot wait for it to come on Sunday. That's in Group A. Remo Stars will take on Rivers United. Remo Stars also giving us talking points from that last match against Enugu Rangers. But let's see what they can do against Rivers United. Bendel Insurance will host Wiki Tourists. Niger Tornadoes will take on Enugu Rangers, while Katsina United will play Lobby Stars, and Sunshine Stars will take on Kwara United. Before I go to Group B, let me talk about MFM. You will see this magic of a goal. First, when Michael Ohanu scored that brilliant goal, we came here, we talked about it. Chijuke Akunete said, what are they talking about? He went to Katsina United and did this candidate for any Puska award you can think of. Promise, just look at that.
Absolutely amazing. Woo. I think that's 35 yards.
You can call it 40 and I'll let it go. Stunner of a goal.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Look at that. No, this time FIFA will not tell us anything. We are going this video, because that was our Olatubosu's goal pass. This one, we're going to put it out there. We'll make sure that MFM applies. This will win postcards anytime, any day. Stunner. His eye for goal. He saw the awareness, saw the keeper was out of the line, and he hit that one with so much venom. Chijoke, take a bow. Beautiful goal, Alfred.
Akunete is somebody that since the no perfect timing, perfect shot. It's a good goal. Like you said, you just have to push this out there. because it's not easy. The technique is there, awesome technique, and the way he just put that on, I think it's top notch.
So that's it. Beautiful goal scored by Chijioke Akuneto for MFM. We love it, and we'll continue to talk about it. We'll continue to praise our own football. Yes, you saw Michael Anu's goal. We were still talking about it. Akuneto said, Michael, his teammates said, just wait. Let me show them that we also have something there. So we're hoping that we'll see better football against Eimba on Sunday. But the best team will win. I know the best team will win. But MFM, they are really making an impact this season. Let me get you talking about this one. When Remo Stars went to Enugu Rangers last match, Bright Silas scored a goal. You soon see it now. You're part of those that think it was offside.
Well, you can look at it from different perspectives, but the truth is, once that decision has been made within the 90 minutes of action, every other thing, maybe, just maybe, will not count. And the highest you can do is maybe penalize the referee if it's actually in line with that. But I think it was a good game, no doubt. And I must say at this point that the referees have really done a great job this season. I'm not actually pressing them, but that's the truth. I have to say it the way it is. I've watched a couple of games this season, and I must say for a fact that the level of professionalism exhibited by referees in the MPFL this particular season, I wonder where they actually went for training.
No, it was how the league started. But by the way, let's see that video. Still waiting to see that video. Remo Stars against Enugu Rangers, the disallowed goal. Okay, we don't have that, but we'll try to let you see that goal. But it started. Was it Remo or Plateau United at the start of the season? It was Plateau United.
Plateau United first.
So it was now in front of us. So the referees now said, "Oh, come on, everybody's watching us." So that made them.
No. In all honesty, I think they've done well. You need to see. The problem basically has always been the final 10 minutes of action, where the fans of a home team, in particular, feels they should have some advantage to win the game. But I think the referees have done a great job stamping their foot and ensuring that they get the job done in the best manner. We've seen teams given penalties away from home.
Okay, so this is it. So, amateur video for you right there. Free kick taken, hit the woodwork. Bright Silas followed and poached it in, but the referee says it was off. And look at it again. Left the defender right on the same line. Moved with the ball and then finished. Maybe just inches. Yeah. Just inches of. I think the linesman was just at the spot. It was his perfect angle, and he really saw what happened there. So that's it. These things happen with football, but what can we do? I just wanted you to see it also, so you be the judge. Let me free Alfred and Promise. You tell me, what do you think? Free kick taken. Bright Silas is watching. Look at him. Just not even on the same line with the defender, but he's actually watching. Woodwork, stop the ball from going in. He's making his move, and then he followed and it scores. Really difficult. What do you think? Talk to us on Twitter, channels on the Score Sports, Facebook, channels I try not to get into all of these debates, but I think it was. I don't know.
In truth, watching this again, I changed my opinion. Yeah. I was at the stadium.
I know.
I was at the stadium when that ball came because the linesman his decision was swift the moment he raised his flag. So I thought, but I didn't have the benefit of a replay. I thought, okay, maybe he would have seen something that we didn't see. We're watching it on TV again. Maybe I'll have a second opinion.
But that was 90 degrees from where he is.
Yeah.
So I think he must have got the player right on the spot.
And the assistant referee would have been on the same line also.
Yeah, that's the assistant
referee. And I'm sure he would have followed
because he was the one that took the decision. The referee just agreed.
No, the referee, from an impossible angle for the referee. But I think 90 degrees for the linesman who was just there.
You made mention of referees. I thought at some point the shouts and everything of that game, the referee, did a fantastic job of that game. So they call for penalties and the rest of it. The man just said, "Hey, stand up."
Let's go. I'll just run through Group B fixtures and then we'll wrap up the show. In Group B, for the Nigeria Professional Football League, and of course the draw also has been done for the NNL. I must say thank you so much, Promise, for coming, and of course, Alfred, thank you so much for your time. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching sports tonight, thank you so much. Keep talking to us on Twitter, channels_sport, Facebook channels _sports. For the team, I'm Austin Okonakwan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.